Well, today I'm doing one of my favorite hikes. It's longer, it's more strenuous, offers a great workout, and it has amazing views for most of its length. I'm Seth H., and today I'm hiking Robert Louis Stevenson State Park to the summit of Mount St. Helena. All right, let's go. The trailhead for Mount St. Helena at Robert Louis Stevenson State Park is located north of Calistoga on Highway 29 at the highest point on the mountain pass. There are a lot of parking spots on both sides of the highway, but parking can still get tight on the weekends. The trailhead for Mount St. Helena is on the west side of the highway, and as we start out, we immediately come to an information kiosk with a trail map. Today, I'm doing the somewhat shorter hike to the South Peak, which amounts to about 8 miles there and back. The hike starts out with a series of switchbacks in the forest. After the switchbacks, we come to a stone monument. It honors an historic author, Robert Louis Stevenson, for which this park is named after, and marks the site of a cabin he lived in while he authored one of his many books. This stone tablet reads, "This tablet placed by the club women of Napa County marks the site of the cabin occupied in 1880 by Robert Louis Stevenson and bride, while he wrote The Silverado Squatters." The second half of this tablet is an excerpt from his book, which reads, "Doomed to know, not winter, only spring, a being trod the flowery April, blithely for a while, took his fill of music, joy of thought, and seeing and stayed, and went, nor ever ceased to smile." Moving on, we continue the steady climb up and through a forest of manzanita shrubs and knobcone pines. Very shortly, we come to a fire road. Go left. The remainder of the hike is on this dirt access road. Real soon, we're treated to the beginning of an amazing view looking southwest over the Mayacamas mountain range and south looking down the Napa Valley. There will be amazing views the rest of the way up. After going straight for a while, this road makes a series of turns as it winds its way up the mountain. Despite how Mount St. Helena looks from a distance, it was never a volcano, but it is basically a large pile of volcanic material. Its many rocks and pinnacle formations are mostly volcanic ash with the mineralogical composition of rhyolite. The Napa Valley and surrounding area had an extremely violent volcanic history millions of years ago. As the access road makes its first hairpin turn, we're greeted with a large rock face. Again, lithified volcanic ash. This rock formation is extremely popular with rock climbers. The majority of this hike is exposed with no shade, so sun protection is definitely recommended. It gets extremely hot during warm mornings and afternoons, roughly between mid-April and October, when the sun is shining on the trails on the south side of the mountain. there comes a wide spot in the trail which makes a nice place to take a break. A little further up, a spectacular view opens up to the east. In the very distance, we can see the crest of the snow-capped ridge of the Sierra Nevada mountain range 132 miles away. We reach a large saddle in the mountain where the road levels off and there's a junction. You can either continue straight to go toward the North Peak, or you can make an almost 180-degree turn to the left that goes to the South Peak, which is where I'm going today. The road climbs up in elevation once again. Before reaching the summit, let's take a moment to look at the westward view. We can see Knights Valley at the foot of the mountain, northern Santa Rosa, and the town of Windsor in the distant valley, and the Pacific Ocean beyond that. Looking north is the North Peak of Mount St. Helena. And now the 4,000-foot summit of the South Peak. Let's see which landmarks are visible from up here. Sonoma County Regional Airport. A closer view of the Pacific Ocean, appearing as a shimmering yellow surface. Point Reyes and the Point Reyes seashore. You can also see part of Santa Rosa in the foreground. Mount Tamalpais. There was just enough haze in the atmosphere that the skyline of downtown San Francisco and the Bay Bridge were barely visible, but on a clearer day, they are plainly visible to the naked eye. The Mayacamas mountain range flanking the west side of the Napa Valley, with the town of Calistoga partially in view below. The twin peaks of Mount Diablo, with the city of Napa partially visible down below. And here you can see a small sliver of Lake Berryessa, and once again, a hint of the snow-covered Sierra Nevada mountains in the far distance. And here we see the Palisades volcanic rock formations. Now a view zooming straight down the Napa Valley, with Mount Diablo looming in the distance. And the north end of the Napa Valley with vineyards blanketing the valley floor, with the town of Calistoga in full view. After taking in the views for a while and enjoying a snack, it's time to head back. It's a matter of reversing course and going back the same way I came up. Well, thank you guys for coming along with me on this hike. It was fun, it was very quiet and peaceful, and the weather was perfect for it today. So if you guys haven't been here yet, come check it out sometime. All right, bye for now.